Perfect. All right, so there's our topic. I'll keep the video down so we don't kind of use up bandwidth. Looks like having a little, with our weather issue here, we're having some bandwidth problems. So let's go out there and just start moving forward. First of all, let me just introduce Cyber Trading University, tell you a little bit about who we are, why we're here, why am I here to kind of recruit you to be part of the team, and tell you a little bit about how you could do this for the rest of your life. Now, I'm an experienced trader. I was a prop trader for about 5 years, as also a market maker, and I've been trading for over 25 years. And I've been teaching for 20 years. Now, why did I have such a 5-year time frame of prop trading as a market maker? Is because I didn't like splitting my profits, but I wanted to learn from the best in the business. And eventually I went on my own, and that's how Cyber Trading University was born. So I started teaching, which, by the way, something I have to change. I've been teaching people since 1995, so there's a little discrepancy right there on that. That's really supposed to be 1995, but I've been doing it for 25 years teaching. And what we do here at Cyber Trading University is we're a pro trading room. We do coaching and we do group teaching. That's basically what we do here. Now, over the years, ladies and gentlemen, great traders never stop learning. And here at Cyber Trading University, we kind of, great traders, we surround ourselves with great traders. We work together like a team. And the people that I teach are just people like you. And you can see from the photos, grandmas, grandpas, doctors, lawyers, border control people, bakers, pharmacists. You said it, they're out there. Okay, IT people, everyone. Trading is one of the greatest jobs in the world. Why is it? Is because you are your own boss. You can come and go whenever you please. But to do this very successful, you have to learn from people that are very successful. And that's how I got into the business. I went out there. I learned from the best traders in the business. And now I'm here to kind of recruit traders like you so I could teach you how to do it. Because the reason why I'm here, guys, is is to train you, because you'll make my life easier, because for us to work together and know how to speak the language, we all make money together. And that's what running a business is. Now, why do I trade? Okay, well, tell you a little story about myself. I'm married to a beautiful wife, Debbie. I have 3 lovely sons, Alex, Max, and Lucas. And being a immigrant, my dad being an immigrant here from Italy, my dad worked very, very hard. My dad worked about 6 days a week, could only spend time on Sundays. And the big thing my dad always wanted the best for me is to get a very good education. And most importantly, he wanted me to have a very good relationship, that when I got older, that I could spend more time with my family and not go out there and kill myself, work really hard, work 12, 14-hour days, and never have that personal relationship with my family. So my dad always says, son, go out there. You live in New York. You're in the financial capital of the world. Try to find out what people make, what they do, make a lot of money in trade, make money in this country. See what they do. And I'm not talking, and there's nothing wrong about being anything, but try to do something that will give you the freedom, that will give you the technology, that you can go out there and you could do it anywhere in the world, and you could kind of more or less be your own boss. So what I found is that being here in New York, the people that make a lot of money are the trading people that trade. That's the people that make a lot of money in the industry. So let me just tell you this. I went out there, started on my own, just like maybe some of you, opened up my first account, started trading, and I blew up not 1, but 3 accounts. Now, why did I blow up 3 accounts? Very simple. I was an ignorant, self-taught 20-year-old. That's what I was. So my dad says, son, you got one more chance. This is what we're going to do. You're going to go find a job, and you're going to go learn from someone. And I didn't want to learn from anyone because I didn't want to go to work and commute back and forth from the city and stuff like that. I don't want to deal with that. But my dad says, you better go find somebody, because now you've learned one of the most valuable lessons. You can't go out there and do this on your own. So let me tell you what you're about to learn right now, ladies and gentlemen. What I learned on the first day on the job, I should have never, ever made my first trade. And that is what you're about to learn today. And what I've learned is that when I stepped into a room with about 300 traders versus my 6 monitors in the basement, watching CNBC on TV and just reading the Wall Street Journal, I should have never, ever made my first trade. And that's what you're about to learn today, because what I'm going to show you guys is something that is what you probably never seen before and wondered. Now you're going to get it. Are you ready for the light bulb to kick in? Because it's about to kick in right now. But I just want you to understand one very important thing. The reason why I teach is to make money. And how I make my money is by you making money. That's what the ultimate goal is. I am looking for traders that I could train that want to do this as a career, and then are sick and tired working for somebody, or depending on Social Security, or maybe you got your pension, you want to live on it, not spend it. Well, you're in the right place, but let's do it right. So let's get started. But before we do that, I need to know a little about you guys. So let's have a little fun with some poll questions. Okay. So first of all, I want to know a little bit what kind of trader you are. Now, are you a stock trader, options trader, forex, futures, an investor? Just tell me a little bit about you guys, and let me kind of get to know a little bit about what kind of trader we all are here. All right, so we got, okay, there we go. Isn't it fun to be in a poll? It's like so funny. You hear these polls on TV. You know, would you do this or would you that? Would you vote this way? Would you vote that way? Would you approve this, that? Like, nobody calls me, but now you're actually in a poll. So let's see how you compare to everybody. So you can, now you're going to educate yourself if you're, you know, if you're with the team, or you're against the team, or you're trading blind. So we got about 28% stock traders, 38, got a couple of futures and forex. Okay. Nobody is looking to invest. Everyone is actually, it's so funny, I throw that out there, and it's weird, I always see that blank. Okay, so let me tell you a little about who I am. I am actually a day trader. Now, why do I day trade? Is because I like to sleep at night, okay? What I've learned working here on Wall Street is that when you watch CNBC, or you watch the people on the floor of the exchange, the people that are down there, the CBOE, whatever it is, they're day trading. Basically, what they're doing is they're taking orders, and they're filling orders, and they're making commission, they're making spreads on it. Now, granted, I know we have some swing traders in here. I see we have a lot of options traders, which is great. I love options. But you got to sell options for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. You have to understand how to stock trade first if you want to be a good options trader, because it's the movement of the stock that makes the option move. And if you're a swing trader and you got all these bells and whistles going on, well, listen, the more you have, the more you think, which is the slower you're going to be on your trades. So to be a good trader, you got to learn how to day trade first. And day trading, just to let you know, what I love about day trading is that you know exactly what you made at the end of the day. You know, you don't have to worry about what happens. You know, you can enjoy the rest of your day. You don't have to worry about what's going on in the market, being down, 200-300 points today. And, you know, I mean, when you're in cash, you're in cash. Now, being a good day trader will make you a much better swing trader, a better options trader, and also a better investor. So let's understand what happens over the course of the day, which will now trickle down and make you realize how everything else works, because it all starts here. But at the end of the day, we just like to sleep at night. Now, trading all starts off with psychology, Okay, and this applies to everyone: options, futures, forex, stock trading. How many of you here are journaling your trades? How many of you here are actually treating trading like a job? Okay, this is not your typical, let's buy and see what happens. Okay, you have to treat this like a business. You have to learn why you're making money and why you're losing money. Funny thing is, today I did a class and I made a really dumb mistake. I had an order out there, not knowing it was out there, and I was trying to sell a stock. And instead of making money, I ended up losing money because, I didn't realize that I had so many windows up and running. I forgot I had an order out there a while ago, which, by the way, is okay. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And because I was good at what I do, that winner was a very tiny loss that could have been a huge loss. So the thing about being a trader is that you have to learn from your mistakes. You see, the winners take care of themselves. It's the losers that you have to learn from. Now, here at CyberTrader University, one of the big things that we teach you is we teach you how to journal. We teach you how to see if you're progressing. How many of you guys were trained how to journal, how to progress? How many of you got a statistic tool that's analyzing your trades and seeing if this is for you or not? Not too many. Once again, that's what trading is all about. Because when it comes to discipline, you need to understand how to control your temper. You have to know exactly why you got into these positions, and also you got to know how to paper trade. By the way, I don't know if you guys heard this, but did you guys know that the IRS is now going to start auditing people that are on paper trading? I know they're finding out that a lot of people are making a lot of money in paper trading, and they're going to start auditing people's taxes due to they're going to be auditing all the brokerage firms to tell everybody, all the brokerage accounts, to send their send your paper trades accounts, your demos, and they're going to start taxing you on it. Did you guys hear about that? All right, good, because if you didn't, it's an April Fool's joke. I'm just kidding around. All right. I always get people on that. They're like, what? Well, the reason why I bring that up and I joke around is because everybody goes out there and they think like, oh, I make so much money in paper trading, and maybe now I'm a good trader. Listen, the only way you're going to learn how to trade is you got to do real trades, okay? Stan says, nope, but that's a good, awesome joke. Hey, well, you know what it is, Stan? Everybody's stuck on paper trading, but nobody realized that the only way you're going to learn is you have to trade. One of the lingos that we go by here, one of the phrases we go by at CyberTrader University is just trade one share. Trade one share. If you can't trade one share, you'll never trade 1,000 shares. You got to learn, and you have to trade to learn. Because what ends up happening is that you could be in a position, and all of a sudden, boom, you wake up one morning and you blow up your account. How many of you guys had wished that you sold the stock yesterday? Okay, wish you didn't hold the position and got out before it actually happened. Because most traders lose their profits when they hold a day trade overnight. A lot of us, right? Deb, happened to you, right? All the time. And the thing is, if you knew what was happening over the course of the day, you probably would have got out of it. That's why you have to be a very disciplined, focused trader, and most importantly, you have to learn from other traders, and that's what CyberTrader University is all about. Now, let's get right into, how 50% of traders lose money in the market. All right, so I want to do another poll question, and this is a very important question, and the question is, what kind of broker do you have? All right. Do you have a direct access broker? Do you have an online broker? Just give me a chat back and tell me what kind of broker you have. Now, fellow traders, I know this is something that you want to do, but it's not for everybody. And to be successful, you got to do what all the unsuccessful people do. and it's obviously making the wrong decisions. And it all starts by having the right brokerage account. Now, some of us, when we look at, and I see that, most of us are using like Fidelity, Schwab, a big brand name company, but not a lot of you using a direct access broker. Let me explain to you the difference. Now, listen to me carefully, okay? I know a lot of us here drive the car, okay? The difference between an online broker and a direct access broker is an online broker is like dealing with public transportation. They're your taxi, they're your bus, they're your train. A direct access broker is like driving your own car. Now, I don't need to convince anyone here the difference of dealing with public transportation versus driving your own car. We know the value of driving your own car. You know you will never surrender your driver's license unless they took it away from you, because of stupidity, but we need a driver's license. That's like the biggest, most important thing when you turn 15, 16 years old. You got to get that driver's license, right? That's was the most important thing in our lives. And some of us, we will never go back after using it and say, you know what, I really don't like my driver's license. I'm going to go back to public transportation. We know the importance of dealing with a driver's license. Well, as something as idiotic and as a metaphor as that, that's the difference between direct access brokers and online brokers. And that's why half the people fail. And why is that? Because a lot of you don't know what it is. So the first thing we teach you at Cyber Training University, we want to make sure you have the right brokerage account. Now, listen, we're not in the brokerage business. We're brokerage firm neutral. We don't work for a brokerage firm. We don't get paid by brokerage firms. They beg for our business because they want to send educated people to them. But you have to know the difference one versus the other. They're not bad people, but I want you to understand something, guys. If you think for a minute that they're making, money on your $7 a ticket, then you got one big wake-up call, okay? These guys are making hundreds of dollars, not $7 on your trade. Wouldn't you like to keep those hundreds in your pocket? Well, guess what? At the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite all of you to come to my trading room, and you're going to see it as a reality. And then you're going to realize, you'll be like, oh my God, that's how these crooks make money on me? Which is okay. Everybody's got to eat. But you know what? There's nothing wrong about doing it yourself. Now that you know the difference between now let me just reiterate one last thing. And let me go back to that slide again. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. So with that said, all right, with that said, I want you guys to understand something, that the reason why a lot of people don't get a little nervous dealing with a more direct access broker is because people look at this and they say, well, look at all these numbers and all this stuff. And when you look at this, it's pretty damn confusing, isn't it? It's like you look at this stuff, they're like, geez, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Can't you just tell me what the bid is? Okay, listen, it's like driving a car. Hey, you don't want to deal with the steering wheel and the stereo and the GPS and this and that. If you think that's too confusing to drive a car, then go back to public transportation. Nobody's putting a gun to your head. But you know what? You need to know how to drive, right? You know that you need this to work, and you're going to figure it out. And then guess what? It's not going to happen at the end of the day. Well, Andrew, there's a place for public transportation and there's not. And you're absolutely right. If you live in a city like New York, it's actually, you're wasting your money and you don't need it. You're absolutely right. And you know what? There's a place for direct online brokers. Absolutely. But more people are trading them, for the wrong reasons, not on the right reason. Now, let's get back to level 3. So I'm going to ask everybody a question right here. And this is a very important question. Now, what you're about to learn, ladies and gentlemen, could be quite disturbing. So, and that's okay. So my question to all of you, let's do a poll question. How many of you here have level 3 quotes? Now, if you're a student of CTU, this is prior, not now. So don't be out there. And for all my students out there, let's talk about before you were here. So just because that's the most important thing. Now, what you're about to learn right now, like I told you, is about the other 30 to 40% failure rate of today's industry. Now, think about this for a second. What I'm about to teach you is this. If I was able to tell you how to monitor 70% of the volume of what's going on in the stock, if you were able to monitor and see where all these buyers and sellers are, 70%, how much is that worth to you? Think about it. Who would you rather watch? Fausto's trades? Bill, Mike's, John's trades? Lance? Or Goldman Sachs' trades? Who do you think could influence the stock more? The high frequency trades? The dark pool trades? Or your trade? Who would you rather watch? Well, look how many of you here have said no, not sure, and yes. 15% say yes. 23% you're not sure. I'll just take that as a no. To me, it's like you're a little pregnant. It's like, well, that means you are. So if you're not sure, we're going to add you to the no column. So you're talking literally of over 85% of you don't even have level 3. Guess what? That's okay, because you're going to learn exactly what people haven't been telling you or teaching you. Level 3 is going to show you where all the buyers and all the sellers are. Okay? Now, before we get to level 3, let's talk about level 1, level 2. Okay, so level 1, if you can see my mouse right here, basically level 1 is telling you, what the stock is doing. What's the price of the stock? Okay, so we're looking at OPHD. Level 1 version, stock's trading at 316. Okay, that's level 1. Now, level 2, which I know a lot of you have, okay? So what does level 2 tell you? Well, level 2 tells you who's buying it and who's selling it, what their best price they want to buy it and what their best price they want to sell it, okay? Now, anyone here have level 2? And if you do, how much you paying for it? Who here has level 2? And you're right, yeah, and it's free, right? That's exactly what it's worth. It's worthless. Let me tell you what my mom always taught me. My mom always said, son, if somebody gives you something for free, you better run. Okay? I'm like, why, Mom? But it's free. He goes, free's not for me. You know what free means? Free means it's worthless. Free means there's a catch. Free means somebody wants something from you. You just want a good deal. You don't want anything free. Okay? You don't need any, entitlement or you need anything. You got to go work hard and you just want a good deal. You want to be smart. You don't want to get ripped off. You just want a good deal. So level 2 is worthless. By the way, I've used level 2. It's basically been obsolete since 2000. So what's level 3 then? Why is level 3 so important? Well, I'll tell you what level 3 is. Level 3 replaced level 2 because level 3 is going to show you where level 2 does not show you. Level 2 shows you the buyer and seller, but it doesn't show you all his bids and all his offers. It doesn't show you all the high frequency trades. It doesn't show you where all the institutions are. It doesn't show you anything. So think about it. Who do you trust more? The guy that's buying 50,000 shares or the guy who's buying 100 shares? Whose side would you want to be on? In other words, follow the money. That's all you have to do is follow the money. That's how you make money. So how do we do that? Does everyone here know how to read a chart? Everybody here read a chart, know how to read a chart? Okay, so I think that's like when I learned how to trade, that was the last thing I was trained. You never learn how to read a chart. But if you do know how to read a chart, I'm going to show you. we're going to show you how 90% of you are reading them backwards. So let's look at this example. Here you have a stock Twitter, okay? Everyone's familiar with the stock. Good brand name. It's been on a nice little run lately. But look what happened with Twitter. Twitter went from 23.60 all the way up to a price of $34 in a matter of an hour. And then for some weird reason, came down to $30.60, hit 34, it came back down, hit 34, okay? Why is the stock having a tough time breaking 34? I'll tell you why. Because this 11,000 share seller guy doesn't want to get out of the way. Who do you think could make more of a resistance? The 600 share seller or the 11,000 share seller? And guess what? If somebody did get through that 11,000 share seller at $34, look what happens a penny later. Now you're going to deal with 300, 500, 500, 300. So there's always sellers and there's always buyers. The question is, do you know where the big buyers and the big sellers are? How many of you guys are watching or seeing where the big buyers and sellers are? Because I can tell you this, you're not going to see it in a chart. Here's another example. Look at this stock, how it went all the way from $5.20, came all the way back down to $3.80, right? 380, went to 420. 380, went back to 420. What do you think? The stock right now is trading at 395. What do you think is going to happen when it gets down to 380, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think is going to happen? Or 375? What do you think the stock's going to do? Exactly, go up. And why is it going to go up? What do you think? Because the chart said so? No. Because there's a 200,000 share buyer at 375. That's why. Now, fellow traders, be honest with yourself and tell me, when you're in a position, do you see 200,000 share buyers out there? Do you go out there and see who's buying it and who's selling it? Do you see where the big block orders are? How many of you guys are doing that? Are you seeing the big demand, Kevin? No. Angelo, no. Deb, no. So, with that said, how much smarter and better decisions would you make on your trades if you were able to see that data? Right? Question. Looking at this stock, let's do a quick poll question. Everybody ready? Let's have some fun again. Let's put your knowledge to the test. Is this stock going up or down? So let's do a little quick poll question. Fill out that poll that's coming up on your screen. Is this stock going up or down? What do you think? Now we get someone says, well, there's not enough data and this and that. Listen, just to be a good trader, you have to buy on impulse, right? You got to know exactly. Listen, if a car cuts across you, okay, he's going to crash into you. What are you going to do? Wait for the GPS to tell you, or listen to Alexa tell you, hey, John, there's a car crossing. Boom, you're dead already. It's too late. You got to know how to react when situations come to fruition. What do you think? Okay. So far, over 80% of you think the stock's going to go up. 18% are going to be going down. Okay? All right. If you said it was going up, you're absolutely right. Chart is perfectly correct. But what happens when you come up against a guy that's looking to sell 10,000 shares, guys? What do you think is going to happen? What do you think? That's right. It's going to go down. You have to follow the orders, because not only is there a 10,000 share seller, but that 10,000 share seller became a 100,000 share seller. And look what ended up happening. Stock goes all the way to 1750, And from 9:50 all the way till about 10:30 in the morning, for some unique reason, the stock never broke that resistance level. Why is that? Because the chart said so, or is it because of the big block order out there? Ask yourself this question, guys. How many of you here are seeing those 100,000 share orders? Anybody here doing that? How much better and how much more money would you make if you were able to see those kind of orders? That is trading. That's how I was taught trading. Question. Guys, ready to do another one? I love these poll questions. And you know what's great? This is what we do at Cyber Trade University. You know, when it comes to trading, guys, I mean, our goal is to, realistically test your knowledge and to see if, so if this is for you or not. And if you are really qualified to trade, think about, would you give your money to some financial planner that never learned finance or never made a trade? Now, remember, your gut feeling, just look at the trade. What do you think the stock's going to do? Don't think of the trick questions. Just think of the fact. Stock at 41.50. It's been trending down. It's at 41.05. Well, for me, looking at the chart and see what's happening, it's going down, right? Perfectly obvious. But for some miraculous reason, there's a 13,000 share buyer at $41. You got a 1 share buyer. I don't know what the hell that's all about. 100 share buyer, a 700 share buyer. Do you know what 13,000 shares times $41 is? It's over $500,000 worth of stock the guy's looking to buy. Okay? Look what happened, and this is what we're looking at, X. Everybody know what X is? The U.S. Steel. Stock goes from 41.45, hits 41, and then went right back up. Okay? That is trading and following the money. Do you see that little spike right there, a volume? There's your buyer. So what we call this, ladies and gentlemen, is we call these iceberg orders here at Cyber Trade University. Some of you probably are not familiar with that lingo, but I invented that word about 20 years ago. People ask me, I said, well, what do you call these orders? I thought they were called block orders. No. There's block orders and there's iceberg orders. Iceberg orders are big, major buyers or sellers, usually 10, 20 times the order. Now, why do we call them an iceberg order? Well, think about it. Look at this iceberg photo. Where is the danger? What's on top or what's at the bottom? Because the iceberg is not very big what's on top. It's mainly big on the bottom. So you could look at this iceberg and be like, oh yeah, we're pretty safe. We're pretty far away. Yeah, right? Well, then what are these little things over here on the left? Look at it. It's like a big island. Some of these things are coming up. And sure enough, you know what happened to the Titanic, right? That has to, there's your example. Because you didn't have radar on the bottom. Because most of it is out of sight and underwater. That's right, Michael. Very good. Now, the next question people ask me, okay, which I'm pretty shocked nobody brought this up yet, is that people come up to me and says, oh yeah, Fausto, I heard about these. Oh yeah, these are, how do you know they're real orders? How do you know? I heard aren't these fake orders? I was listening to some guy on YouTube or video. Let me explain something to you people. The difference between us and everyone else out there is that we trade with our traders. And every one of you here are going to get that opportunity to come watch us trade for a week. How many of you guys are in a professional trading room? How many of you guys here, people, and if you are, how many people that you're actually seeing in there that are actually making money? And I'm not talking about the guy who was hosting it, because let me tell you something, guys. It's not about me. Do yourself a favor. Do not count my money, because that does not make you money. My dad always taught me never, ever count someone's money. Okay? Because that makes you not only look small, but that also doesn't help you. Your goal is you want to learn how to make money from that person. You want to surround yourself with successful people, not unsuccessful people. Just because that person makes money doesn't mean you're going to make money. You have to see people making money on their own. So when you go out there, ladies and gentlemen, you want to see these orders, you're all going to be invited to see it live. So anybody could build a nice, pretty PowerPoint, right? But can you walk the walk, right? You could talk the talk, but could you walk the walk? You probably heard that many times. So how do we know these are real orders? Well, one of the big things we feature is something called time and sales. Michael says less than half probability make money consistently in trading rooms I've seen. Well, like I said, Michael, and one of the things that you have to notice when you're in the room is that you need to see the people themselves make money and see this stuff live. You see, Cyber Trading University, I just want you all to know, we are the original trading room. I started the trading room 25 years ago. All the other rooms that you're seeing right now, a lot of them are students of ours, instructors, and most of them copied Cyber Trading University, which is, by the way, it's okay. You know, you ever heard of Buffalo Wings? They came from Buffalo. It actually was invented by Anchor Bar. The guy invented it. He's the original guy, but now there's wings everywhere. Now you got Buffalo Wild Wings everywhere. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine. But if you want to see how the original trading room got started and how everyone's doing it, I'm going to invite all of you guys to come in. Anyone interested? Anybody want to come and see what it's all about for a whole week? Don't go anywhere, because I'm going to give you that link at the end of the presentation. All right. Now, what is time and sales? Time and sales is basically the confirmation of the transaction that took place. So the big thing that we teach you at Cyber Trading University is that when you see these orders, you need to know, are they getting executed? Are they forcing the bid? Are they, what are they doing? And most importantly, when you look at a chart, you want to know, well, did you know that the chart gets its data from the time and sales? See, the problem with the chart, it's a lagging indicator. But how do you know those orders are going to still keep following through? Is the stock going to continue to go higher? Well, if you notice, looking at the stock ZSAN, I don't know if you saw the stock. We were trading this stock. This one did pretty well. RZAN, this stock popped, went from $17.50. Well, how do we know it was going to go up? Because look at it. This is the time and sales. Green, 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 green. Look where it is now, $21. This stock in one day went from 13 to 22. By the way, any of you guys ever seen a stock go from 13 to 22? Any of you guys ever been in a stock that went up, 10 points in one day? Well, guess what? We do it probably on a daily basis. And you're probably sitting there, yeah, right, Fausto. Yeah? Well, guess what? I personally guarantee it. Did any of you guys see the stock symbol RKDA, which we're going to talk about in the next few moments? RKDA, I'll put that in the chat room so you guys could see it. And talk a little bit about that one too. All right? Because there you had a stock went from 6 to 50. Don't think that could happen? We do it every day. And I personally guarantee it. So John's a student, and here he is, John. I'm a student at CTU today. I followed the same smart money Iceberg and profited $3,700. Best part is I can do this over and over. CTU has taught me the skills I need Why trade against the professionals without proper trading? Best trading decision I have made. Thank you very much. And John, you're more than welcome. By the way, if you think John is a fake employee and just putting that in there, you're going to meet John in about 30 minutes from now in our trading room, and you can see a proof for yourself. When's the last time you heard somebody ever say that? And let me tell you what I told John. I told John and all the students out there, Steve, Ken, Mary, Cliff, Lawrence, Benita, all these traders, the hundreds of traders you're going to meet, I told them, you trust me, you're going to do very well, but you got to make me one promise. The only way we're going to make money is that we have to continue to trade people to make our lives easier. And then you need to come into these rooms that we do when we host these open house rooms like what you're in right now to help recruit traders like you, because there's two things I want to accomplish. I want to hopefully train you to be part of our team, or make you realize that this is the worst decision that you probably would ever think of doing, because trading is not for everybody. It's really not. But it's not that hard. So, how does these two students find stocks? And you know what? That's like the biggest, most popular word people always ask. Well, how'd you find this one? How'd you find that one? Where did that one come from? You know, Fausto, tell me what to buy and sell. Listen, let me just explain something to you guys. CyberGroup University, we don't tell you what to buy and sell. First of all, it's illegal, SEC rules. Okay, that's number one. Number two, even if it was, you got to be registered. And number two, even if it was, that doesn't make you money. We're going to teach you how to figure out on your own. Now, let me tell you some of the stocks, how we find them. First of all, we have a scanner that runs up for you. So basically what we're doing is we're working off the big percentage gainers and losers, and we're going to filter them out by weeding out stocks that have no volume, that have good spreads, and very good iceberg orders. You got to understand, you only need one to make you money. That's it, just one. You see, when it comes to trading, guys, and don't take this the wrong way, I really don't care what I trade. And actually, I'm better off not knowing what I'm trading, and I really don't care what I trade. You know why? Because it doesn't matter what Fausto thinks. It doesn't matter what you think, Alex or John or Lee. You're just here to make money, right? That's all you care about. You just want to make money. There's a stock that I'm going to bring up right now that was probably the best trade that we had so far in 2018 that went from 6 to 50 today. And I still can't figure out what the news is that made it go up so much. But it doesn't matter what I think, because if I shorted it, I would have got crushed. And then let me try to explain that to my wife. And how do I know that? Because I just follow the money. That's all you have to do, is follow the money. Alex has a question. How do you read the time and sales screen, and what's the difference in colors? Well, very simple. Green means transactions are going off on the ask, I'm sorry. That means sellers are getting executed. And red means trades are going off on the bid. So if there's a lot of trades going off on the bid, what do you think the stock's going to do? Go down. But when you have a lot of greens, what do you think the stock's going to do? It's going to go up. It's called the KISS method, guys. Keep it super simple. So here's an example of, this is our biggest winner so far. Now, by the way, anybody here on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook? Anybody here, following anyone? So this is what I'd like you to do. Go on my YouTube channel. I did a recording this morning, okay? Look up CyberGroup University, look up my name, whatever it is, okay? And you'll see our watch list. Okay, this is our watch list. This is the stock, and this is the funny part. RKDA shares up 170% at $24 after the company disclosed it has achieved a key resistant starch wheat technology milestone. What in the hell does that mean? I can tell you what that means. 400%. That's what that means. Now, here's our stock. Here's the timestamp when we posted that. Okay. Now, RKDA, higher lows, higher lows, highs in the pre-market. Now look here. Here's my little chat in the trading room. It's making a move around 847, 49, which is right around here. The stock started. Anyone here trade pre-market? Okay, so just to let you know, guys, we make most of our money in the pre-market. So when you join CyberTrader University, we actually start trading around 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And you could see the stock went from $12 to about 15. Now, I kind of feel kind of bad because I didn't own enough shares of this, but because I was teaching a class. But here's a trade just showing you 840. That's the timestamp. And look what happened. RKDA, this is today. Here's where we're at this morning. The stock literally ran and went from all the way up to $40. And actually, that was at 11:15. What time is it right now? 1 o'clock. Okay. The stock went as high as 50, by the way. Look at all the students chat. Ken made 58 cents, 50 cents. He made over 4,000. Steve M made about $3. Got in at 25. Lawrence made about $1,000. Steve M made about $3.30. John made about $3.74. Kathleen, ouch, made about $3.79 on a small position. Now, granted, the traders didn't make 20, 30 points, and traders are not looking to make 20, 30 points. They just want to make a day's pay. So think about this, guys. Did anyone here traded RKDA today? Anyone found it? Anyone in a trading room that they were talking about it at 8:30 in the morning before it made its run? So these are things that we do at CyberTrader University. These are things that is being part of a successful team, working together and making money. Because let me tell you something, guys. Social Security is definitely not going to pay enough. What you could have made in one day is probably 1 month that you might, if you're lucky, in Social Security payment, or making a commission on your broker on the money you gave him, and as interest that they charge you. Wow, whoopee! They showed me 5% this year. Really? How much money do they make? It's time to take matters in your own hands. It's time to enjoy life. It's time to stop taking orders and start giving them, and doing the greatest job in the world by learning how to play the game. Because here's another stock, TENX, up 109%. Stock goes from $5 to $11. Benito made $1.42. Then made 72 cents. Then made 35 cents. 62. David in at 8.54. What a run! Congratulations, everyone. David ended up making $2.46 on of it. This is the support that you get with CyberTrader University. These are what our instructors are doing. This is what I'm doing. Nikata, you know what? That's great. A lot of people here you're going, and you're talking about, small accounts. Well, guess what? You got to build your account somewhere. And if you're worrying about trading rules, then you're in the wrong business. Do you think, Bill Gates, who started out of his garage, built Microsoft what it is today? Because, as much as he wanted to be what it is, you got to start somewhere, right? You got to build up your account. So I don't care how big or small your account is, you got to start somewhere. But I just want you all to understand that trading is not a full-time job. It's a part-time job. Okay? We only trade in the morning and we only trade in the afternoon. It really is an hour day's job. I actually was done around 9:30 in the pre-market. I made my day's pay. But and unfortunately, I couldn't get the big runs all day because I was teaching, but I still do very well. And that's all that matters. And same thing with the students. So we don't need to be a leader. We just need to follow them. So the mistake a lot of people make when it comes to trading is they go out there, they read charts, they think, oh, this is the holy grail. This is what's going to tell me what's going up. You know what, guys? Just keep it simple. If you just follow the money, know where the support resistance levels are, just see who's buying it and selling it, and not depend on seeing, oh, yeah, this is resistance, but now the stock, you know, with the sellers out there at 10,000 on the offer, and now the stock is trading at 1608, you think, oh, but the chart says it's going up. The indicator says it's going up. Oh, really? Well, where's the buyer? Where's the 10,000 share buyer? We see the 10,000 share sellers. He probably was there a minute ago, but is he there now? But you got to watch those indicators, right? Hundreds of indicators. Guys, sometimes I feel like this kid going out there looking at those indicators. And let me tell you, I was one of those chart readers. You know who invented charts, indicators? Mathematicians. Who do you want to learn from? Traders? Or you want to learn from mathematicians? And there's nothing wrong with them. They're nice, smart people. Some of them actually my students. But it's time to stop acting, you know, and overthinking things than just going out there and just keeping it simple and learning how to play the game of trading. Listen, potential income. You buy 1,000 shares of stock. If it moves 50 little cents, not $2, $3 like what you saw, 50 cents. That's $500 a day. There's your six-figure salary. You tell me who doesn't want that job. Okay? So what I'm looking to do, guys, is this. I want to invite all of you to come in my trading room, and I want you to meet the Steves, the Kens, the Kathleen's, the Cliffs, the Grants, you know, the everyday mom and pops, the people that are out there that are working together like a team and seeing how we work and make money together. Because what I'm looking to do is I'm looking for serious traders. Are you a serious trader? Jeff, are you a serious trader? Dan, are you serious? Andy, are you a freebie? Are you a professional free taker? Or are you a serious trader that wants to learn how to do this? Because if you're serious, I'll take you seriously. So this is what I'm looking to do. Let's get involved and do the best job in the world. Start learning from mentors and see why Cyber Trading University has been featured on companies like on Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, TradeStation, Tasty Trade, the Brewer Group of the NFL. You know, Wiley. I am also an author of a book, How to Beat Market Makers in Their Own Game. It was the first day trading book that hasn't been published in over 25 years. Wiley begged me to go out there and teach him, to say, Fausto, we need you to write a book. So I want you all to know that you're not going to be learning from, some Tom, Dick, and Harry or some book or video. You're actually going to be sitting side by side with me and my staff trading together. And believe me, we're going to put you in a driver's seat. And I'm telling you guys, it's not that hard. It's really not. But it's also takes a commitment of you to see what the facts are, because it's not for everybody. So this is what I'm going to ask everybody to do. Okay? I need $7. The $7 is to prove to us that you're a real person. Let me tell you something. If you really think I make money on $7, you got a wake-up call, okay? We actually lose money. The $7 is an initiation fee to get you in the room, and what you're going to get is this. You're going to get a week in our CyberGroup room. You're going to get 3 daily market meetings. You're going to get a morning and afternoon watch list. You're going to get your own personal education advisor. You're going to get a Q&A sessions, okay? And for the first 20 traders right now that sign up for the $7, you will get a personal coaching class from me, okay? Now think about it. Why would I waste my time? Why would Fausto do this for $7? I thought you're such a great trader. What do you need? What am I talking to Mike for? What would I waste my time to talk to John? I'll tell you why. Because if you're serious and I know that you're a real good trader and you're going to do this, I want to make money with you. Okay? I need people I could teach that can help make my life easier and make your life easier. But it all starts with $7. So basically, if you look up on the screen right now, Eric Colombo, one of our instructors here, just posted a link. Click on that link right now. For the first 20 traders right now, you get a free coaching class with me. And if we overdo it, no problem. You'll still be able to talk to one of our instructors here at CyberGroup University. All right. Now, a couple of questions coming across here. Why people are signing up? Already signed up with a baseball session, or you're in the corner, is a very important question. Are you a Yankee fan or a Met fan? Alex, you know what? I'm actually, unfortunately, a Jet fan. So if that helps, if that means anything, but I'm a little bit of a both. I'm also a Met fan, you know, but I'm also, after seeing what the Yankees signed up, I'm probably gonna be more of a Yankee fan, but I'm more of a Jet fan, if that's okay. But well, we have fun. We talk about that all day. We talk about that in our class. Only trade futures. Will this work, Jeff? Okay, so let me explain something to you, Jeff. You might think you're a futures trader, and the thing is, and there's only, I would say to this, there's only about 2 or 3 people I would recommend that would teach futures. So here's my email address. If you really want to learn futures, send me an email, and the same thing from you, Bruno. There's my email address. I'll be happy to recommend someone if you really want to learn futures. And same thing for options. I saw we had a lot of options traders. You really want to learn options, send me an email. There's only about 2 or 3 people I would recommend that really know options, the simple and easiest and the most profitable way. But to be very successful, you need to learn a little bit about all the markets. Okay? So you might thought you want to trade futures, but you might decide, say, you know what? I like stocks better. It makes more sense. It fits within my schedule. It's like buying that car. Oh, I got to buy a car. I got to buy a Ferrari. I got to buy a Ferrari. I got to buy a Ferrari. And like, you know, after getting a Ferrari, you're like, it wasn't everything I cracked up to be. I kind of like a Mercedes. Because I could fit my family in it. You know, I didn't know it was a 2-seater because you didn't know from the beginning. So, you know, I kind of use these metaphors to kind of train you about that. Is the minimum $25,000 stock market regular for day trade? Well, AB, let me tell you something. We don't only day trade. We also swing trade, and that also doesn't apply for everybody, depending what part of the country you're from. And also, I do know, just kind of give you guys a little heads up, rumor has it that President Trump is looking to ban that day trading rule. That was something that was put back in 2000 and, you know, due to a crash. But I think they're going to get rid of it, to give you a heads up on that. But doesn't mean that you still can't trade with us. You could still trade with it, and you can build your account. Now, let me just do a couple of shout-outs out there. Some of the lucky ones that just registered right now. Meetcha from Charlotte, Carolina. Welcome aboard. You're the first one that registered. Congratulations. You're going to be, look forward to talking to you. Daniel from Kenmore, New York. I live in New York, but I don't know where Kenmore is. I think that's upstate, right, Daniel? Look forward to it. Daniel Nelson, congratulations. Look forward to talking to you. Herdock from, oh my God, I can't even say this one. From Estonada, that's another country. That is the first time I think we ever got somebody from that country, and I'm happy and look forward to teaching you. Congratulations. Look forward to talking to you. Couple of questions also coming in. I swing trade, but not day trade. Michael, that's okay. You know, but if you want to be a good swing trader, you got to know what happens over the course of the day. There's no way it's going to be really difficult for you to be very successful if you, you know, because swing trading is a lot more complicated, a lot more moving parts, a lot more data you got to keep an eye on. And, but I swing trade also. I do a lot of swing trading, but it's done into design. So you got to know, and you got to have that game plan over the course of the day. But once again, guys, $7. What do you have to lose? Look at the bottom. If you're not happy, I'll give you $7 back at the end of the week. I don't need your $7. The $7 is just to let us know that you're a real person. You're not a competitor. You're not a tire kicker. Okay. We're not looking for freebies, people. I'm looking for serious people. I don't want to waste my time, and you don't want to waste my time or your own time to talk to if you're not serious. So go out there, $7. What do you have to lose? The worst thing that could happen is you learn something. And if that's not enough, I'll give you $7 back. I just want to know if you're a real person. I tried to register. My bank stopped me saying due to a spam site. Well, I don't know what that, you know what, Alfred, I don't know what that means. We should have a problem, but if you're having a problem, just call us up. 877-70-CYBER. All right? So just go there. But it looks like everybody else is, a lot of people are not having an issue. So let's do a couple of shout outs. Ambit from Ontario, welcome aboard. By the way, just to let you know, if you're from Canada, Ambit, I would say 30% of my traders in the room are from Canada, and I'll tell you why. I've been up in Canada for about 20 years, and I know that your market doesn't move that volatile, and a lot of traders from Canada are in the trading room, so you're going to make some really good friends there, which is great, because you're going to meet people that are doing what you're doing. Sabbath from Michigan, welcome aboard. Look forward to teaching you. Darwin, got your registration from South Dakota. Welcome aboard. Lee Hustring from North Carolina. Okay, another North Carolina. Welcome aboard. Bill from Chicago, got your registration. Thank you. Look forward to talking to you. Almost at that top 20. Christine from Los Angeles, California. Congratulations. Look forward to talking to you. Velis from Toronto, Ontario. Welcome aboard. And I got a suspicious email from someone that could not get in. Transaction. So that must be you, Alfred. Was that Alfred? Who was it? Abbott. I don't know. Who was it? Yeah, Alfred. I guess that was you. I just see it. It must have been, we just got an alert that someone had a problem. That must have been you. Just give us a call. Don't know what happened there. Glenn from Ohio, Berkeley, welcome aboard. All right. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Because I want to get ready. I got my classes coming up. I want to get ready with my students before we go. By the way, guys, listen, what you've learned today, just keep in mind, we didn't even scratch the surface. When I talk about level 3, when I talk about shadowing the dominated market makers, when I talk about following money, going out there and learning how to play the game the right way, when I talk about stocks like RKDA that goes from 6 to 50 and like that's impossible, it's a scam, it's a penny stock. Guys, listen, there's only so much I could say. You got to read between the lines, and the only way you're going to read it is see it in reality. Come and join us for a week. Pay the $7. If you're not happy, you can have your $7 back, okay? But if you are serious and you really want to learn how to do this, come and join the room. Let us teach you how to play the game, and I'm telling you, you're going to make the best decision that you ever met, and the only problem that you're going to wish is you're going to wish you found us sooner. So thank you very much, guys. Look forward to seeing you in the trading room, and if you're not going to be joining us for whatever reason, just please go out there and learn from someone, ladies and gentlemen. This is not something you could self-taught yourself, because if you're going to do that, you're just going to blow yourself up. You think $7 is expensive? Try ignorance. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Look forward to teaching you. See you all in the trading room, everyone. Happy trading.